Wesh bienvenue back to the channel. We are back recording live from the mothership. And Tekken season 3, sorry, is just a week away at this point. I'm recording this on the Monday. It comes out next Monday, season 3. So it's right around the corner. I did say last time I done my last season 2 tier list that I was gonna do one more, right? I was gonna go away, I was gonna lab some matchups and stuff and just up my knowledge on some of the characters in this game, and I would come back and do a final decisive tier list. So that's what we're here to do today. Like I said, that last tier list was in December, like right at the beginning of December. So we're gonna kind of breeze through this one. I'm not gonna spend too much time going into too much detail, because honestly, too much probably ain't gonna have changed. There might be little tiny details in terms of this character was higher than this character, but in terms of overall tiers, most of the stuff should be more or less the same. So we ain't gonna spend too much time on semantics and details in this tier list. I'm just gonna get that definitive tier list out, and I'm gonna see what has changed and how season 2 ends, right? Because eventually, once we get into season 3, and we do like, we get into it, we learn the changes. Eventually, I'm obviously do a season 3 tier list. And I like to complain. I do like to complain. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. I like to compare and see how things have changed in my mind. And that's really what this is for as well. Like I said, I've done some labbing, extensive labbing. I've been in my matchup knowledge arc, but this was before I hit God of Destruction, right? You know, now I hit God of Destruction, so everything I say, you gotta take it as gospel, you know? So yeah, and then since then, honestly, ain't been labbing as much, right? The labbing slowed down. You already know how I feel about Tekken. I'm trying to play that as little as I have to, which is why I'm doing these tier list videos and stuff now, right? I'm doing anything to not have to play this game, bro. I'm telling you. But without any further ado, let's go ahead and let's jump in. Like I said, I'm a kind of breeze through this shit and not take too much time. There's still going to be a lot of characters on this roster who I don't know enough about, right? And that's why I have this Bears tier list. So before we even start, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to assign the Bears to their tier list, because I just don't know. I know more than I did about the matchup. I know enough now about the Bear matchup to actually beat Bears online, right? Like before, it was taxman settings, right? It was a wash. If I come up against a Bear, their knowledge checking me to death. Now I at least know what they do and their options, right? So I can beat them. I just don't know any type of in-depth analysis. I don't have any analysis for you guys. So they go in their own tier, which basically just means I don't know enough for it to even be worth speaking on. There are other characters who I still don't know enough about, but I know more than Bears, right? Going into season 3, this should be the last tier list I ever do where I don't know matchups, right? With the matchup knowledge arc and how I've been labbing and focusing on learning matchups, really by season 3, or at least when we get into season 3 enough to do a tier list, I should know every character at least on a base fundamental level. So first character is Jack. Also, bear in mind, like you know, A is the lowest tier that this goes into. I probably should have. I'm pretty sure in the last tier I had a tier just for the top 3 characters, because I think they're on another planet to the rest of the cast. But yeah, no character in this game is anything other than God tier. So A is the lowest we have. Jack is gonna go into A. I think Jack is better than I gave him credit for in the last tier list, but like I said in that last tier list, not good enough to jump up a tier. Still also, again, one of them characters that I don't really know enough about, but also hopefully one of the characters who going into season 3, when we're in season 3, I know more about. But Jack is actually pretty strong. It's just, again, half the roster in this game is power crept, right? Where they're insanely strong, but they just don't seem strong because the characters above them are insanely strong. So Jack, the first character in A. Jin, I'm still putting him, I'm pretty sure in my last tier list I had another tier, but we're going to keep it like this right now. I'm pretty sure I did have a tier for the top 3 characters, but for now we'll keep it like this anyway. Jin, you already know how I feel about Jin. Jin will never be anything other than S tier to me, because you'd have to literally start removing moves, not nerfing moves, removing moves for this character to fall down a tier list. The character is built to be crazy strong because he just has everything, has way more than he needs. Like I was gonna say he has everything he needs. He has way more than he needs, and it's all top level, right? He does everything at an elite level. So this character is just fundamentally broken. Jun, I still think Jun is one of the more underrated characters in this game. The thing is just no one, especially at tournament level, no one plays this character. So we don't really get to see her tools get put together the way that they should. Even on ranked, right? People don't really use Jun, but she has incredible tools, right? Again, I mean, we talk about like her 10 frame punish alone, like, boy. But yeah, she's crazy. Kazuya is probably going to be the biggest change of opinion since the last tier list, because I've been playing a lot of Kazuya recently and I'm realizing that this character is fucking dog shit, bro. This character, I feel so sorry for you Kazuya mates. And when I say dog shit, bear in mind again, we're speaking within the vacuum of Tekken 8, right? Like Tekken 8 Kazuya is one of the best Tekken characters ever to exist, right? Like he dog walk Tekken 7 Akuma, he dog walk Tekken 5 Steve. All these characters who have been broken through Tekken, like Tekken 8 characters are just way better. But within the parameters of this game, this character is just he's so underprivileged. Like he just has no tools, bro. It's like you have to constantly use electric to pose any type of real threat in the neutral, bro. This character, if you ain't using electric, what are you really using? What, you use Demon Paw and then completely give up your turn? Cool, alright. His heat is really strong. He is really strong. One of the best heat in the game. But again, this character just doesn't really have anything to survive in the neutral outside of electric. Once he gets his Hell Sweep game and the 50-50 game going, yeah, you can make something shake. But you could barely poke back at opponents because his downfall 1 is so bad. Like, this character, you do Petricide Fist, and it's like, what is it, +4? It's like, I'm +4, but like, now what, bro? Now what? Because everything that's any type of real threat is just interruptible or sidesteppable. Other than, again, electric. Constantly electric you have to put in front of your opponent. Character is arse, bro. One of the worst jabs in the game. The man is supposed to be a fundamental character, but doesn't even have the fundamental tools like a decent jab. His jab sucks. Kazuya, yeah, I had him in S tier. No fucking chance. Character. Again, I don't even know. When I get to the end, I might, I always end up ordering it. But right now, I'm not going to bother ordering it. But King is still insane, like most characters in this game. I can't remember what tournament it was. This was before Tekken World Tour, where we saw Book play King and like just abuse down forward 2. Like down forward 2 alone makes King a S tier character, and then you add in all the other shenanigans that this character has, and yeah, you have an S tier character for sure. Lars, 100%. He's probably like, I don't know if I say better than Jin, because again, Jin just does everything, but his character's just is insane, bro. Like, all the 50-50 rushdown characters that you hate in this game, Lars is them just a million times better, because he doesn't actually take the risks that they take. I don't know why his lows are so safe. I don't know why his mids are so safe. His character is insane, but I've said enough about Lars over time. Law, I've spoken about Law since this game came out, and now we've actually seen Law Mangja in the Tekken World Tour Finals. Now people are really starting to realize Law is the epitome of what's wrong with Tekken 8, in my opinion, because the fact that they made DSS easy mode, again, that alone literally broke this character. Like, just making DSS easy, take no skill, that broke the character. So you're telling me I can just access +4, +5? How? I don't even remember how plus DSS is. It's like +5 or something. Telling me I get +5 while standing 4 for no execution? Like, this shit was literally balanced. Certain things in Tekken, right? Like Bryan's taunt, for example. Balanced electric, for example. Electric would be a crazy broken move if it wasn't hidden and locked behind such execution, right? DSS was balanced off of the fact that it took some execution, it took some skill. They completely took away that execution and didn't balance the shit around it. He took away the execution and left the frames pretty much exactly the same. It's ridiculous. And then you add in all his other shenanigans. His heat, again, maybe the best heat in the game, right? He gets heat back for using nunchucks, which he uses anyway, because in heat, the nunchucks are safe. And in heat, nunchuck, one of the best moves in the game because it's a natural hit fucking launcher. It's safe on block, basically tracks both sides, unreactable, great range. Like, what are we doing with this character, bro? Like, this character is insane. Insane. Paul, I also think is a bit better than I last thought. A lot of people talk about Paul like it's hard to play, and that's the reason why he's not usually higher on tier lists, and that's why people don't play him as much. I don't really get it. I don't really. Again, I've never played Paul, so I don't really know. But I just don't really see what's so hard about playing this character. But I do think he's really strong. He's just got a bunch of really strong fucking tools. Like, again, the character really has everything. He can poke well. He's got really good lows. He's got really good counter hits. He's got good range now. Fucking launching death fist, bro. Like, a bunch of plus frames. I think I said plus frames. He's got a full throw game. The character has the best panic moves in the game. He's got everything. So this character is really good. Nina, I don't know if I really think Nina is S+. I don't know. I'm falling off on Nina in terms of like I think I'm selling my shares. I'm selling my Nina shares. Slowly. I just don't know. And just in the world of Tekken 8 that we live in right now, is Nina really that scary? Is she really that good? Look, don't get me wrong, like, again, she has it all, right? She has everything you need. Her fundamentals are great. Down forward 1-2 alone, right? Like, she does it all, but is she really? I mean, we'll see. Once we're done with S+, I'm going to compare her to some of the other characters in that tier and see if she really belongs to be there. Ling Xiaoyu. Like I said, Ling Xiaoyu, like I said, lore is like the epitome of what's wrong with Tekken. Ling Xiaoyu kind of is too, right? Because in my opinion, we're playing a Tekken game where Ling Xiaoyu is the most honest character in this game. Don't shoot me. Like I said, this is my opinion. I think this is the most honest character in this game. And listen, if you don't know the matchup, I don't want to hear it. Because I ain't talking about the Ling Xiaoyus who are online doing Cali roll and you ain't punishing it, so she Cali rolls under you again. Just punish the Cali roll. Why does no one punish Cali roll and then they complain when they get crushed by the following Cali roll? Just punish the Cali roll, bro. Fucking hell. But yeah, like, obviously she knowledge checks a bunch of people. But if you actually know the matchup, right, this character has to work so hard to get anything going. She doesn't have any of that force 50-50 shit that all these other characters are doing. She doesn't have any of it. She doesn't have any force 50-50s in this game, right? All this 50-50 stuff that you think of 50-50s, they're not 50-50s. Even hypnotist stance is not it's not a backdash. Backdash, that's it. And then the low becomes irrelevant, right? This character, even using like AOP, if we're being realistic, AOP actually takes some skill and thought, right? Because it is quite risky, right? If you do AOP, and a lot of the time, I mean, some hop kicks whiff, but if I just do a hop kick, like, now you're dead because you just done a random AOP. When you see good Ling players using like sidestep right AOP and stuff, like, that's actual, like, there's thought going into this, and there's real, you know, it's a read a lot of the time, and it's counterplay. This character, Ling Xiaoyu, we're playing a Tekken game where Ling Xiaoyu is the most honest character in this game. She's playing real Tekken, bro. I think and it's crazy because she is really good. Like, she's really strong in this game. But again, like, compared to everyone else, she's just not. She's just not at all. Asuka, obviously, top 3 in this game. Leroy, again, my shares, I'm buying in on Leroy shares a little bit. I don't know if I could say S, maybe like bottom of S. A lot of it is just down to like mental stack. Like, he hits you with so many plus frames a lot of the time, and he's got the parry and all this type of stuff, right? Like a lot of the time you could just freeze up against Leroy. He is very vulnerable to sidestep right. Very big tracking issues on the character, but I mean, again, we saw, to be honest, Breadman been killing it for a long time, so like, It's not just Tekken World Tour. You say, oh, Breadman done well in Tekken World Tour. No, Breadman been killing it, and it's because it's Breadman. It's not, I'm not gonna sit here and say it's because of the character, but we can put to bed the analysis that you can't win with Leroy, or Leroy, like, you can win with any character in this game. They're all broken. Leroy is really strong. Lili, a little bit down on Lili. I'm gonna put her right next to Jin because they're very similar characters. Jin's definitely better. Very similar characters in a sense of they just do everything really well. Really well. They do everything really well. Really good mids, really good lows, really good pressure. She could play rush down, she could back off and not play rush down. Really good evasive tools, good punishment, really good heat. The feisty rabbit stuff is ignorant, bro. It's ignorant. So Lili, really strong. Crazy back turn heat smash as well. Crazy. Hwaorang. My mouse is messing me up. Hwaorang is S tier, S plus tier, sorry. Hwaorang is crazy. We all know Hwaorang's crazy. And then it's just highlighted by, you know, the type of character that he is. He's already hard to deal with whether he's good or not. But the fact that he is really good just makes it a lot more frustrating to deal with this character. Probably not as good as a lot of you guys think he is, but you know, he's an S plus, so he is really good. I think a lot of the problem with Hwaorang just comes off of down back 4 and stand 4 being launchers in heat, can't hit launchers in heat. Like, that shit just shouldn't exist. But then again, he's got a lot of really good stuff, a lot of really silly stuff as well. I actually think, again, if it wasn't for some of that heat stuff, I actually think Tekken 7 Hwaorang would be better than Tekken 8 Hwaorang, especially in terms of dealing with his mix. Like, he's a lot more pressure oriented now rather than mix oriented. But the character is damn strong. He's definitely better than Nina. Claudio. Don't need to say much about this character that I haven't said. I don't really have a lot to say about this character. He's got just crazy ass tools, bro. Like that Shoryuken and the low. Like we see so many Claudio players doing well with just a handful of moves, and that's just because these moves are so good and the character is so good. Azucena, I'm still unsure about Azucena. I don't know if I'm higher on Azucena now or lower on Azucena now. I really don't actually know. She's quite strong, but again, just compared to everyone else right here, like she just can't lace their boots really. So yeah, I'm gonna keep her right here. Raven, still don't know enough about this character. This character is still one of the characters most that I don't really know. So I'm gonna put him somewhere around here. He's got stuff. But this is one of the characters again where I hear he's quite hard to play. Never played him, never really have any intention of playing him, so I won't really know when it comes to that. But I'm trying to just think, like, when I fight a Raven, what is it I'm really scared of? And his back turn stance is a bit wild. Like, his back turn stance is where it's all at. And he's got so many options off of that back turn stance. He's got a great parry. But just, you know, just underwhelming in the state that, in the state of the game that we're playing in. I actually think most of the characters that you see in this tier right here, if we could get every character around here, this game would be in good shape. The more I think about it, like, the more I was really in a space of like every character has things that need to be nerfed, but every character as a whole doesn't need to be nerfed so much, right? If we could have most characters around this power level, I think we'd be in a good place. These characters, absolutely preposterous and should never exist in any fighting game ever in history. And these characters are also very much close to that, where they are just, again, preposterously overpowered. So this is the sweet spot for me, right? Where these characters are. These characters are not, I mean, they have crazy stuff, but you know, we like crazy stuff sometimes. I'm definitely not someone who wants every character's good stuff to just be deleted, right? Characters should have good stuff, and we should allow characters to have really good stuff. Like we allow Kazuya to have an electric, like, right? We kind of have accepted that electrics are kind of broken, right? Electrics are kind of fucking ridiculous, but we let them stay, right? Characters can have good shit as long as they're balanced around it, right? Dragunov. Kind of back up. I'm kind of buying back into Dragunov shares, right? Because Dragunov, again, he could just do everything with you, right? Like he can play it fast with you. He can play rush down, but also if you're playing rush down too much, he can make you slow down. He can say, chill out, let's play a little bit of neutral. He can poke, he can, you know, he could do it all. He can play back and play keep out and whiff punish and this and that. Just does it all. What a character. I do think he's better than Nina again. Leo, I still think Leo is ridiculous again, sitting right next to Jin in the characters that just do everything at a ridiculous level. All of his heat strings are just ridiculous, stupid, like everything about this character, like so much shit about Leo is just broken. But again, because nobody plays this character, he has to be. I actually need to check like play data before season 2 ends. I want to see some of that data. I haven't seen it in a while, but this has to be one of the least played characters in this game. Has to be. No one plays this character, but he's fucking broken, bro. This character's crazy. Shaheen, I wish I could tell you who this character is. We might just drop him here. It's probably not where he belongs, but who gives a fuck, bro? Who is this? Who is this, bro? Who is this guy? I mean, right, I'm talking about least played. To be fair, Shaheen is more played in Tekken 8 now. And Shaheen is probably more played than Leo, which is embarrassing for Leo means, bro. But who cares, bro? Who cares? Who cares what this character does? Yeah, he's actually pretty good, you know. I'll put him. He got nerfed a lot. He got hit pretty hard with the nerfs. So maybe around here, he is pretty good. But again, who cares? Steve, I still think Steve is pretty ridiculous. Super evasive, super frames, super counter hits. He just it feels like the character sticks to you and you can just not get him off. I feel like I'm a little bit biased because I play Lidia and I think it might be one of the worst matchups in the game. So I think I'm a bit biased there, but I do just think Steve, I feel like Lidia can't hit Steve. I feel like she can't hit him unless she does down back 3. But that's, again, just risk. I can't constantly just keep doing down back 3. I feel like down back 3 a lot of the time is the only move that hits Steve when he's doing his weaves and all of that shit. But yeah, this character's nuts. Yoshimitsu, really not that bad, is he? It's really not that bad. If you're locked in fighting a Yoshimitsu, you'll be alright. You'll be alright. Feng, I kind of always have Feng kind of in that same area. Obviously a strong character, but just, again, takes so much work. I'd also say Feng, like, we got Ling Xiaoyu, most honest character. I'd say Feng is right up there with her as well. Like, but again, he has tools, kind of like Jin, where they just won't ever allow him to be a bad character, right? Like Kempo is just so good, right? Kempo, up forward 2, even though it's unsafe. Tools like that, he's just really good. But then again, you just have to do so much work, make so many reads, win so many interactions with Feng. Also, the changes they made to him in season 2, I never really paid much attention to. But again, since I've been labbing and I've looked at these, like those changes to his snake stance, especially the low and the mid, really good changes. Really make the stance a lot more balanced and a lot easier to deal with whilst also being strong. So I think Feng's probably going to be in the exact same place because he's good. Alisa, again, down a bit on shares. Like, the thing is, I know this character's crazy, but again, just nobody plays her at a high level. And the people that do play her are all mouth breathers and they are brain dead. So they make the character look garbage. Everyone who plays, I don't think I've ever played a good Alisa online, or even a decent Alisa. Every single Alisa player online is just, bro. But yeah, we know this character is crazy, right? The only time you ever see Alisa played at a high level is when you watch Cuddlecore play, right? And then you see how good this character is because of the style Cuddlecore uses as well. This character is really damn good. But definitely down on some shares for Alisa. Devil Jin, I'm still not buying into the Devil Jin propaganda that he's like the worst character in the game. He's definitely low tier. I say low tier because, again, none of the characters are bad, but there is obviously a low tier. I mean, this is the lowest tier, so it has to be low tier technically, right? I would say Kazuya is better. I wouldn't say by much. Because, again, Kazuya is just terrible. And again, also the fact that, I mean, there's so much there's so much said about it, but the fact that you have to electric to launch with Kazuya is like, at least Devil Jin can just do can, right? And I think he has another launching option as well. Samsara, I don't think Samsara is 15, but still, right? Like, Devil Jin's not, you have a launching Hell Sweep, you have some of the things Devil Jin had, Laser Scraper and all of this, the chain. Yeah, you'll just never really be the worst character in the game when you have all of those things, really, right? But also, again, you fight a Devil Jin outside of launching Hell Sweep. What are you really scared of? What are you really scared of? Like, nothing. Lee is so good. So good. Is he better than King? Probably not. Lee is just so good. I genuinely think, I mean, he has, I said he had the best down forward one in Tekken 7. Not really much has changed in terms of down forward ones in this game. Some of them have been nerfed and some of them have been changed. Heihachi's is one that's been changed. But I'm pretty sure he still has the best down forward one in the game. His down forward one is insane, bro. Like, the fact that sometimes you'll see his down forward one go under highs. Oh my god. Oh my god. If you're a character who Lee's down forward one can go under some of your main highs, you're in trouble with this matchup because his down forward one is already so good. This character's just like, some of the setups he gets off of his down forward one, like, all he has to do is throw out a down forward one and now you're just playing his game. You're playing his game just because he threw out a down forward one. You know, back 3-3 is not as bad as, I mean, it's not, listen, it's not good. You can't abuse it the way some people try and abuse it, but it's not as bad as people say it is. Down 4, sorry. You can get a lot of use out of that low, bro. That's a damn good low. The fact that it goes into a counter hit launching string. He's the only character in the game, I think, that has still a launching Magic 4 law as well. Maybe the two only characters in the game that have launching Magic 4s, right? Yeah, Lee is wild, bro. His heat now, like, people complain that his heat was weak in season 1, so they just gave him the most broken shit you can ever think of in heat. Still got a low heat smash, which is, you know, again, people complain that it was bad. Now it's just, you know, it's ridiculous. I am not really even comfortable. I might push him up too, because, yeah, I think he's better than Jun. I do think he's better than Jun. Again, great punishment with Acid Rain and all of that shit. Like, this character is wild. Wall combo, wall carry. Oh, man. Zafina? I don't really know what to say about Zafina. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty sure I had her, like, right here last time I done the tier list. I might just keep her right here again. I don't really have much to say about this character. You know what? Nah, no chance. Because her, maybe, I guess, like, I've labbed this character so much. Her stances are crazy. Like, you... Sorry. Is there any counterplay to her stances? Once she gets in her stances, like, other than just guessing what option she's gonna do, there's no real option selects. Like, you can't... I feel like every single attack she has in every stance she has is homing. You can't sidestep her out of them stances, bro. Like, she can't be A. She's at least S tier, bro. Just because of her stance pressure. And then the fact that you can't hit her out of, like, Mantis, for example. Is it Mantis or is it Tarantula? Tarantula is what I'm thinking of. Tarantula. Yeah. This character's wild, man. Victor. Again, another character that I'm up on since the last tier list. Mainly because of his EI. I think his EI. I don't know the names of his stances. I don't care. But I think his EI, right? When he puts his hand on a sword and does that stance. Especially, like, you know, he gets you in a combo. He takes you to the wall. He does his little wall combo. And then he gets into stance. And now you have to guess between the knockdown low. And you have to guess between that stupid sword in the ground plus on block. And then he can just, you know, he has the cancels. He can just start applying pressure. That way, again, very similar where you kind of just have to guess when he's in stance. There's not really counterplay. Like, maybe I'm just garbage, but when I'm labbing this stuff and I'm trying to sidestep these options, none of them can really be sidestepped consistently. And the ones that can, it's like they're just covered by the actual good options. So, like I say, you're just kind of guessing at the end. He again is preposterous with, like, I talk about Paul having a teleport. This character actually has a literal teleport. Has a literal teleport. Like, oh, fucking, what does he say? I can't remember what it's called, bro. I try and Victor is my sleep paralysis demon, bro. I try and get out of my head and pretend it doesn't exist, but it does exist, unfortunately. But yeah, better than I originally had him in, but really I had him lower because, like I said, I don't really know much about the character, but I know a little bit more now. I know enough to say this character is S tier. Bryan, listen, Bryan, when I done my last tier list, it was pretty, I had it undisputed Anna best character in the game. Since season 2 started, I've had it undisputed Anna best character in the game. After watching Tekken World Tour, Bryan might be the best character in the game. Just because of Taunt. Like, I don't know how it took me so long for my eyes to be opened on how broken Taunt is in this game. And again, it's the same lore factor, right? Taunt was balanced on the fact that it was very difficult to do. But now you don't have to do the difficult stuff. You can just do Taunt Heat Smash. You can just do Taunt... What's that string called? The stupid heat snake eye string. Incinerator. You can do Taunt Incinerator. All these easy mode Taunt shit, right? It's insane. Like, just watch Low High Tech. He was fucking embarrassing people, man. Like, he's doing 1+2, I think it is, where they fall down and then you can tech before the heat burst. And instead of, like, he just stands there, instead of taking his guaranteed heat burst, well, the guaranteed, instead of taking his heat burst or guaranteed follow-ups on certain strings, he just runs in, waits for his opponent to tech roll, taunt jet up, not even taunt jet up, sometimes he's done taunt jet upper, but more time he's just doing taunt heat smash or taunt incinerator. This character's insane, bro, and it's like every time at the wall, you're faced with taunt setups. For some fucking reason, they gave him a resplat if you don't tech. So if you tech, you wake up to a taunt jet upper. If you don't tech, you get re-wall splatted. Oh, what is Tekken 8 on, man? What is Tekken 8 on, bro? And that's without, we don't even have to talk about Cannonball and all the other broken shit this character has. Might be the best character in the game. Reina, I'm kind of unchanged on Reina. I still think she's really good. I think she is the best Mishima outside of, if we're considering, I don't consider Jin a Mishima. He doesn't deserve that title. But I think she's the best Mishima, personally. So I still have her around here. Again, I'm not going to focus too much on placements in this tier list. But yeah, somewhere around here. I think that's kind of perfect anyway. Eddy, I actually think Eddy, I don't know about S tier, but high on A. I think this character, you don't have to play this character as risky as a lot of people think. Like, character does take a lot of risks, and at some point you're gonna have to take some risks for a big payout, but it's not as bad. And then just in general, he's just got like some really good buttons. Sidestep 3+4 is not as good as it was in Tekken 7, but it's still really good. Back one, counter hit into, you know, like this character has a lot of good stuff. And then again, not to mention, once he gets into stance, into relax, you're just guessing. There is no counterplay. There is no, like with characters like Victor and even a little bit Lars, even though I'm pretty sure there is no counterplay, there's just guessing. With those characters, I'm a little unsure. With Eddy, like, I'm sure there's no counterplay. You can't even like dick jab interrupt any of these options. Like, you can't sidestep, you can't, I mean, maybe you can fuzzy. No, you can't fuzzy. Both of them options are way too quick to fuzzy. Yeah, this character's better than people are thinking. Pretty slept on. Lidia, probably had her around here this time. I still think Reina's better than her for sure. I mean, I'm a Lidia main, so like the more I use this character, the more I think it probably goes for everyone, right? With their main, the more you use your character, the more you realize, you know, this character's better than I originally thought. And it's probably just because, I mean, you know what? I don't actually know why. But I think it's a natural progression to feel better about your character the more you play. Because you just know the character better. You know how to use them. You know where to do this, where to do that. I don't have anything new to say because I haven't really learned anything new about the character like some of these other characters. Like I said, I already know what I need to know. She's ridiculous in Heat. Outside of Heat, she's probably the most balanced character in the game. So, yeah, takes huge risks for little to no reward a lot of the time. And this is what I was talking about with Lars. Like, y'all complain about Lidia. Lars does the exact same shit Lidia does, just with half of the risk. Half of the risk. Like, yeah, I'm not even gonna get into it. Lidia, I think that's about right for her. She's really strong, but also very, very like, I don't know if there's a character in this game who has more counterplay than Lidia. Heihachi is right around there. I think these three characters are very similar. Heihachi has huge tracking issues, and that's what holds him back. Decent homing moves, especially back three, you know, decent, pretty good. But outside of that, everything else is just so prone to being sidestepped or sidewalked, either direction. And I actually think that's how the game should be, right? Like, you should be forced to use your homing attacks more. Too many characters in this game are not forced to use their homing attacks. They get away with moves, regular moves that just track well to both sides for no reason, right? Might as well be homing, but they're not listed as homing. Too many characters are not forced to use homing moves. Heihachi is one of them that is, because if you're not using the homing moves, you're just going to get sidestepped all day long. But, you know, really good tools, especially with his mids. He's just got great mids, especially if you can put them together well. Insane damage. I love it. I love seeing people just explode when Heihachi hits them. Season 3, let's make Omen a launcher again, please. Please. Let's just make Omen a natural hit launcher. And let's make it difficult again. Because my god, Omen is piss easy. Why is Omen so easy to do in Tekken 7, in Tekken 8? It's piss easy, bro. and obviously that must be why it doesn't launch anymore. Because they made it shouldn't even blue spot. It's not worth a blue spot. I don't think we can consider it a just frame. I don't think it is a just frame anymore. It made it so easy to do an Omen now. But yeah, let's make Omen difficult again. Make it a just frame. And make it launch. And Heihachi would just be perfect. It'd be beautiful. Clive, I really don't care to speak on this character. But he is top tier. He's better than these characters. I don't know if he's better than Dragon. Yeah, let's put Clive right there. I'm not going to speak on Clive. Fuck Clive. Get out of my game. Anna, I spoke on Bryan. I still think Anna is the best character in this game. I still do think Anna is the best character in this game. Taunt it's just so hard to not think about Taunt right now, because Taunt is just nuts. Like, this just caught my eye, by the way. Steve is better than Nina. I am thinking about moving these characters. Yeah, because these two characters do not belong. I still should put these four characters. I'm putting these four characters should be in a tier of their own. I'm just not going to do it. So mentally, pretend I put those four characters in a tier of their own, because these four characters are way better than these five characters. Way better than these five characters. These four characters are a fucking war crime. These characters are a disgrace to fighting games, the way that they're balanced. And then you got Fahkumram. My shares are a bit up on Fahkumram. I don't know if I had him in S tier. I might have had him like right at the end of S tier. He's better than these characters. I think he's better than these characters. He's at least like here. Maybe a little bit higher. And mainly it's solely off of the sheer amount of fucking shit he throws at you that just, again, mental stack. The amount of mental stack this character throws at you, like, yeah, he has plenty of counterplay, has a lot of weaknesses, but when his stuff is landing and going right, oh my god, he's a menace. And again, damage like Heihachi, he hits you and you explode, bro. You bust into million particles and you never reform again. This character hits so hard. Great range, obviously, so he's better than First Thought, in my opinion. Armour King, probably exactly where I had him last time. I don't remember where I had him last time. He's better than Victor, he's better than Zafina, he's better than Leroy, he's better than Fahkumram. Better than Paul. I'd say he's better than Paul. Just a very good fundamental character. Very good fundamental character. Again, does what you need. Does more or less, he's not great rush down, but he does a lot of everything else good. Good space control with punishment, with dark upper. He's got a full throw game, obviously. He's got really good heat. Yeah, just good solid character. And then finally, Miary Zo. She wasn't in the last tier list, so I'm kind of unsure where to put her. Let's think about it a little bit. She's got good counter play, but she's also I don't really think she's particularly, again, like, you face a Miary Zo, and what are you really worried about? What are you, I mean, she, again, she can, it's hard because we've yet to really see any really good Miary Zo yet. Like, people really haven't had chance to develop layers on layers and really learn how to use things to their best ability. A lot of the Miary Zos that you see right now are kind of just cheesing and abusing matchup knowledge, or lack of matchup knowledge. Again, let's just go same route as Armour King in terms of better than. She's better than Victor. Mouse is messing up again. She is probably better than Zafina. I think right around here, it doesn't really matter if I think she's better than Leroy and Fahkumram, but I think she's right there with these characters. I don't think, some people think, like I see Fergus saying like she's broken, and I don't really see it. I don't really see it. Even her heat isn't crazy broken. Like, she's got silly shit in heat, but like, who doesn't in this game? And that's it. This probably even went on longer than I expected. Like I said, I was meant to breeze through this because we've done one recently, but this is pretty much it. I'm not gonna spend time putting each character into order. When it comes to the character, any character who stayed, like, most of these characters stayed in roughly the same position. So if you want to see it in specific order, you can go and check the last one. I'm pretty sure, like, this whole board, like, I mean, the top 4 is definitely exactly the same. Most of it, like, around here is pretty much probably exactly the same. Most of this is more or less exactly the same. I think Jin's better than Nina. Yeah, that's kind of hard. I don't want Lili that far down, or Lars. I mean, it just goes to show how, like, all these characters in any other time or game would make a case for the best characters in the game, but it's just like we have characters that are substantially better than them, and that's where the problems in this game lie. That's it for, you know what, nah, like I say, I'm not gonna order it, because if I start ordering this there and that, then I'll start ordering everything. We're gonna wrap this up. I'll catch you in the next one. We have a week left until season 3 drops. Make sure you're back on this channel. We'll be going over the patch notes from top to bottom on stream, and, you know, we'll be see my reaction live, and hopefully Tekken 8 can bring us all back with the passion that we need, the desire to play the game. Hopefully this game makes us fall in love with Tekken all over again. Catch you in the next one. Peace.